Greetings. Welcome to this special Sacred Wednesday circle. Yes, here we are, already September. Wow. Quantum leaps are happening based on the way time is moving. So let's tune in. Uh, we have some things to cover as we are going through this transformation portal. As a Taoist perspective of looking at the seasons flowing from summer into fall. All right. Okay. Let's bring the palms together. Press them together. Feel that pressure so we get a sense that we can use the stress and pressure that we may experience in our life to create a beautiful life, right? Because that pressure, heat, and friction is used to create coal into a diamond. So we can create that diamond life, radiant with all the beautiful colors as light shines on us from our great sun. Closing the eyes, press the thumb into the sternum as we simply prepare to resonate with the mantra of Om without enunciating all of the original symbols. We'll just go with the OM, that sound vibration of the universe connected to our origins. Om, all on one breath. And we'll just do it 3 times so we can flow right into the timeless teachings, into an embodiment of them through our breathing practice. Okay. All right. Inhale together to synchronize. Exhale. One more time, feeling that long, deep breath. Exhale. Let me just do a quick check of the check, 1, 2 of the mics. And it looks like we're a go. 1, 2, 2. Okay, Om, all in one breath, demonstrating for you. Om. If you want to deepen into it, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor before you begin resonating the sound of O. Inhale together. Begin with the muscles of the pelvic floor. Om. Feel your thumbs vibrate against the sternum, knowing every bone is vibrating. Every stem cell is being energized to become whatever it needs. Inhaling. Om. Last one. Om. One more for the 4th direction, raising the pitch a bit. Allow the breath to be long and deep. Allow the breath to sink into the hips as it flows in through the nose, feeling it pour into the body, a replenishing energy coming to expand every cell into its longevity protocol. Feel the vibration continue, and as we go through our practice, feel your conscious breathing. As our focus today is on being present. So that way, whatever needs our attention, whatever needs to be faced, we can be in the flow of creation versus the emotional or mental reaction to the circumstance. We're practicing today so we can drop into the flow of creation. So when the uncertainty is experienced or the unexpected circumstance arises that feels unfavorable, the worst timing ever can be maybe an emotional, painful experience and cause a trigger, just igniting uncomfortable experiences from the past that we can step into our center by using the breath as a meditation. We can cultivate our nervous system to have the capacity to dwell in the moment, in the center of the storm, and then respond to the need of the moment. Catch a glimpse, receive the inspiration even of the next step to take, even if the next step doesn't bring immediate relief. We are connected to the eventual fulfillment because we have the sense of being able to take the next appropriate step. So our practice today is devoted to being able to hear, see, and feel the next right step. Okay, so let's just drop into how the synchronization of creation through the numbers. If you don't know me, I'm gonna let you know that numbers and I are lovers. That's right. That's right. As I did my healing minister training, my mentor Max was a deep believer in each of us having our window of intuition. It allowed us to tune into the messages and the information of nature, creation, the universe. For him, it was through Christ. But for each of his students, he encouraged them to find their way. And when I was faced with that challenge to figure out how I would formulate for those that came through the door of the healing ministry, wanting to know the way to move into an allopathic way of, a holistic way of living, many times moving out of solely relying on an allopathic system to help them with their challenges. The allopathic system is very important, especially in emergencies and when there's a deep need to maintain vital signs. But once they are regulated with prescriptions, how can we begin to rely on the intelligence of the body? And that was my job as a healing minister. And not only there, but in my own life, how can I find that place of balance? And I realized just recently how much I was supported by the way my mind could play with numbers and find ease, find a place of peace by knowing what the numbers said about what was going on. So now I have evolved that relationship in a way to embody it. So now we look at the numbers through the energy systems that are in the body. This particular system is called the chakra system. So we're just going to look at it for a moment, just to see what is being indicated by just simply looking at the date and the day of the year. So here we are, September 6th, 2022, which when we add all these numbers up, it brings us to a 21, and we distill it to a real number, and that is the number 3, 2 plus 1. Which brings our awareness to the third energy center. And I invite you to research it for yourself, the third chakra of the body, and see what you find. But this is where it is governed by the solar plexus, and the solar plexus is a very large bundle of nerves that is considered a second brain. So this area is very much governs the digestive system, And within the digestive system, there is this intelligence of knowing what to take in as nutrients to fortify the body and allow its systems to flow according to design, and what to let go of. So we call that assimilation. And we use that as a metaphor for this time. There's so much is going on, but how can we take in what is important for our mission, our soul's mission, our destiny, and let go of what we don't need, right? Know the difference, like a serenity prayer, to know what we cannot change and to know what we have the power to change. And then the wisdom to know the difference. And to me, that is assimilation. And in being able to do that, that gives room for the nervous system to have the capacity to face what you need to face, because now you know what is yours to handle and what to let go of, to be handled by others or be handled by the synchronized flow of the intelligent universe. We're not here to solve everything and every problem. You're here to be you and take care of your destiny. So take it easy in doing too much, right? And overextending yourself. Some of the things, information is coming from this. So now just looking at the number of the day of the year, it's day 249. So I like to look at that. It helps me. It helps me to navigate overwhelm. It helps me to understand my place and therefore focus on my abilities to exercise the change that my destiny is here to activate. Yeah, then I'm able to focus a little more and stay away from being distracted, and say no when I need to say no to getting on social media or seeing what's going on in the world, and know it's more important for me to drop inwardly sometimes, focus on what I need to do, like write a newsletter or do this for you, right? My contribution to uplifting humanity and raising the vibration of consciousness so that we can move into the potential of the mind and direct it towards thinking balanced and good, so to speak. And then we generate from the inspiration that allows us to create beauty. Yeah. Okay. Now looking at the day, it adds up to a 15, which distills down to a 6, which brings us to the intuitive centers. So isn't that lovely? We have where intuition begins in the body. You ever get that gut feeling? And 3 times 2 brings us to that heavenly intuition, right? If you look at the heavenly centers being above the heart, right? And this is the 4th energy center. And the earthly centers being below the heart. So here we deal with the earthly matters, right? Digesting our food, how we relate to each other, procreation, how we allow more human beings to come into this world, developing those relationships where we can join with each other and allow the birth of a new soul. Well, those are how we, in the first energy center, how we look at ourselves, how we identify with who we are and identify with the world. Earthly matters. And here we can create without any physical uh, ingredient, right? Here we're assimilating food. And second chakra, if we are in an intimate relationship, we're connecting with another physical person. But here in the heavenly centers, we can create with our words, with our thoughts. You can close your eyes, and you can imagine the most beautiful place in nature, right? Take a deep inhale. See that scene. You just created that. As you gently open your eyes, yeah, we can generate sound. So here now we're tuning into the intuition, clearing space to know the way to be guided by the infinite intelligence now, the heavenly intelligence. So the circumstances of the physical world, we can rise above them and begin to see our destiny and what we're here to create, catch the intuition, inspiration. So our breathing practice today is going to be about activating the central nerve channel, freeing it so there's space in the nervous system, as we often do. I think it's very important to continue that practice. And then we'll drop into a breathing practice to balance mind, body, and spirit. So that way we can hear, we can hear what thoughts to let go of and what thoughts we need to digest through meditation. And then we can hear the intuition that guides us to the next step. All right? Okay. So here we go. Come nice and tall. How you doing? All right. And as we do this practice, open up to the visions of your life. You may have a question about what you are to do with your life. And so much is happening today where there could be a sense of worry or fear, how we're going to make it through this. But we need you. We need your creative presence. We need your clear nervous system so that you can catch the inspiration that is flowing through intuition, that is flowing through what you are here to assimilate and be energized and nourished by, so that inspiration finds you empowered and clear and ready to flow into creative action. Your nervous system has space, right, to connect in ways that are needed so we can create a world that we are proud to pass on to our children. Spine is nice and tall. Putting the hands on the knees if you're sitting in a chair. If you are sitting on your yoga mat, slide your hands down to your shins and begin spinal flexes. Yeah. Allowing the pelvis to rock forward if you're new to this movement, and rock back on the tailbone. Inhale forward, exhale back. So stay tuned for information that's going to be coming to your inbox about the fall immersion series. First, we're going to prepare ourselves for the equinox that is approaching. Powerful time. And you can see the powerful time in the world events. So I believe we are really needed to balance out, as there's an indigenous ceremony, let me finish that sentence, to balance out conditions. Council belief, to set up conditions for balance so that we can experience the calming of the emotional energy that may create a situation of nation against nation. We can come to our practice and set up the conditions for balance where the tension can resolve itself to the point where we can engage in creative conversations that sets up the condition for balance on Mother Earth. So we stay away from moving into self-destruction, move into care and consideration for life. Inhale nice and tall. Hold the breath. Exhale. Now we're going to inhale and exhale with a little more energy with our spinal flex. But first, just got that inspiration. Let's warm up the muscles around the core before we go to that more energized spinal flex. Let's go ahead and touch the middle finger and the thumb. Hands are like so, arms are like so. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Gentle, allowing the breath to do the movement. Feel how the hips allow for the movement. So your breath is going deep, as comfortable as you can allow. The movement is comfortable, invigorating, squeezing, massaging the inner organs, clearing the lymphatic system, activating the muscles, massaging the nerve fibers flowing along the spine, allowing circulation into the cartilage between each vertebrae, warming up the tendons and ligaments, and allowing an overall opening of the flow of nourishing blood, the releasing fluids, allow you to get rid of particles and waste from metabolism to the lymphatic system, and then your light cables. Right? the nerves, allowing them to be invigorated. Circulation. They have a blood flow too. All right. These last few allow the breath to be deep. Inhaling left, exhale right. Go a little deeper into the movement, long as the spine allows. If you want to pick up the pace, listen to your body and go for it. Last few seconds. Inhale. Exhale, shake out the arms. Just getting a little prana snack just to lift the vibration. Mostly for these Wednesday classes, once you get a sense of just taking a little sip of prana consciously, how it can shift your energy state and allow you to really connect deeper to your day and your opportunity to create. Okay. All right. Now, let's get the upper shoulders involved in upper chest and get that breath up in the upper lungs. So we're going to raise the shoulders up and let them down. Inhale up towards the ears. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, tuck in the chin slightly, lift the muscles of the navel point, drawing the point just below the belly button, up and in. Draw the eyes up, feel a sense of energy rising. And then breath out the mouth. Relax the shoulders down. Just a few gentle turns of the neck getting into the cervical spine so that energy can flow freely as we do one more spinal flex exercise before we do our breathing meditation. So you're inhaling left, exhaling right, gently at first. Breath is doing the movement. Open your eyes and just look beyond. Start practicing the activation of your infinite capacity. Let your eyes gaze beyond whatever physical objects come into your awareness. See if you can have a gaze beyond, looking into the horizon. Exhaling right, inhaling left. Just a couple of more. Inhale, center. Closing the eyes. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Feel your container. Its ability to assimilate what intelligence is going on inside you. So powerful. Feel the presence of intuition. Exhale out the mouth. So last movement, and we're going to return to the spinal flex, but we're going to do it in a way that builds our aerobic capacity. Therefore, bringing energy, right? Energy into the nervous system and allowing it to expand into its true capacity. So this way, we energetically clear the space of the central nerve channel, and therefore it gives us space to be with the intelligence of creation beyond the circumstances that we are aware of with our five senses. Hands are on the knees if you're sitting, on the shins, or excuse me, if you're sitting in a chair, on your shins if you're sitting on your yoga mat. Closing the eyes, we're going to inhale fully, long yogic, deep inhale. Tongue will lock on the roof of the mouth at the top of the inhale, and we will begin spinal flexes. When you feel you need to breathe, then you go ahead, come with a tall spine, still, and release completely with energy, either out your mouth or nose. Breathe in the nose with energy and fervor. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, continue spinal flex. Close the eyes. Inhale deeply. Tongue to the roof of the mouth, begin spinal flex. Not here long, so just feel the movement. Feel the expansion of prana through your body. It's like a light that goes to every cell, and every cell starts to come online and begin to illuminate itself like the sun. Send that prana, that light areas where the body is challenged. And when you come nice and tall, and exhale so you can let go of what you no longer need. That assimilation process. And we'll just do one more cycle. So this meditation, pranayama meditation with balance, central nerve column energetically, so this aspect of your spirit, clearing the central nerve channel, give space to your mental body, your awareness of what's going on in your space and what you're here to create. So no longer inundated by all of the ways in which data approaches our sensory inputs. And the physical body, you clear the lymphatics along the central channel. You have the renal artery and vein, vena cava, and the aorta, all of these very important vessels that flow in the central column. So you're massaging them and really allowing the flow of very important fluids in your body. So the physical body, it creates space to establish balance. And that balance sets up the conditions for experiencing beauty, health, and a clear perception of life, where the labels become ones that you can choose. And it represents your success and your health, and your well-being, and your confidence and high self-esteem. Wherever you are in your flow, we'll come to a close by inhaling nice and tall. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Draw the navel point in and up, tuck in the chin. Cannon breath out the mouth. Inhaling long and deep. Hold it. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Navel points in and up. Tuck in the chin. Hold. Allowing this prana to circulate even deeper. And feel the energy rising up the central nerve column. Maybe it extends out the top of the crown into the source of your consciousness at the center of creation. And your connection to the stars. Exhale out the mouth. Last one, inhale, raise the arms up. Fingers are wide. Reach, strong arms, strong body, strong legs. Feel your strength, your power, your creative power. And shake out the arms. Place the palms up. Matter of fact, place them so the palms are facing towards each other. Really getting a sense of this infinite creative energy that flows through you, called life force. So hold your hands there while I do a little recap of our session today. Want it to be a little more concentrated in you coming in and nourishing yourself with these offerings. And soon there will be other immersions and some challenges coming your way so we can get deeper into it. For now, this is as I like to call it, a promise snack, a life force snack to help you through your day, through your week. Continue on through the week with these practices. You can do spinal flexes with the holding of the breath up to 11 minutes. But I say start at 3, work your way up to 6, 9, and then 11 minutes. But this practice in particular was very instrumental when my immune system was challenged. And at the same time, not knowing what was creating an inflammation in my knee, and through the various health practitioners that I went to go see, they were seeing through my analytical, how would you say, the data, that there was, for some reason, the body was dealing with some old infections that were in an injury I had when I played football. And somehow the body encapsulated it there. And after a dream, it just released. Guess it was time, revelation time, but it took me into a deep self-care mode. And that was the big lesson that my osteopath said: it's time for you to take care of yourself. And I had to start looking at my codependent ways, maybe hiding my emotional pain into serving others. And I like to have you look at that if you're a caregiver, if you're in service to others with your profession. What are the ways that you have the opportunity to balance out caring for yourself and caring for your destiny to be of service? So take a look at that. It had me do it. And this series, the Spinal Flex, with a holding of the breath, which builds your aerobic capacity, and what I've found, help you to navigate challenging emotional issues, maybe emotional pain locked in patterns from the past. And that's what began to reveal itself through my over caregiving tendencies, begin to look at those codependent tendencies. So it gave me the space to face it and be with the ways to step into a more authentic expression. So instead of having communication as something that I thought was a challenge because of childhood trauma, turns out that I can face that challenge and grow more communicative and more authentic in my love and appreciation for my gifts, what I have to share with others, as well as my family relationships. I can create more intimacy and connection by being more authentic, and when I realize what I'm hiding behind. So that's a love mission, to just look at what needs to change. We're in a very transformative time, going from late summer to fall. It's a time to set up the conditions for balance. So take a look at where you have the opportunity to establish balance in your life. And I say begin with consciously breathing, moving the spine so you create space inside for the Creator's name to dwell. And that vibration will bring intuition and allow you to assimilate the journey of life, letting go what you no longer need and being nourished by the experience. So you're empowered to be you. Yeah. So today we focused on consciously breathing, using spinal flex to create space in the body, space in the nervous system, so you can be energized. And the numbers of today, the 3, awakened our ability to assimilate life. And the number 6 awakened our awareness to the ability to have intuition, to receive intuition, so we know what to do when we have space to respond. All right? So conscious breathing, conscious movement of the spine will allow us to be aware of what we are assimilating, what to let go, and the intuition that comes beyond the thinking of the mind to direct us to the next step. All right? So open yourself up with the breath, face what you need to face, and then you can make changes in a way that's in alignment with your ability. Okay. Let's put our palms together and we'll do one long Sat, truth, and Nam, identity. Palms together, close your eyes, inhale. Sat, Nam. Thank you, Creator. Thank you for the clean waters that flow. Thank you for the sacred community that grows and comes into the awareness of how we can grow in our ability to cultivate balance, spread love, and allow this energy of creative intelligence to flow through us. So we take care of the emerging world in this Aquarian age, and we feel blessed to pass that on to the children that have a safe place to dwell, waters to nourish and wash themselves. Families can grow their food, they can clean their house, they can build sanctuaries, they can step into the solutions to the problems they face. Thank you. Thank you for this energy of beauty that emerges from our intuition and ability to assimilate life. We ask this for all our family and all our relations. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Whom the takwasa, and so it is. All our relations. All right, family. Go forth and prosper. One love.